Okay, yeah. So I'm live here, and I decided to talk about a few things that I agree has been watching and observing. And let's see here. Let's see this here. Chat, talk chat. I haven't really been in chat yet. So yeah, I got some things to talk about. Let's talk about Shiloh. Shiloh. There's always talk about Shiloh doing something epic. The fact of the matter is, Shiloh's not gonna do shit. Okay, nothing. I mean, the guy's not gonna do jack shit, to put it bluntly. I mean, nothing. Like, he does nothing. Shiloh has nothing. Think about it. The guy hasn't done anything in years. The only thing epic that Shiloh would do, and this is epic according to Shiloh, is Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0, which we've already seen. All of us have already read Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0. It was available. Dale Knights made it available. We all had an opportunity to read it. So what's Shiloh gonna do? Is Shiloh gonna embellish what was in Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0? What is he gonna say? Hey, Five Yeah, welcome to the chat. Um, I just want to put out that Shiloh has nothing to say. I mean, what is Shiloh gonna do that's epic? I mean, we've got Ben and Apple going live every single night to say that Shiloh's gonna do something. Well, what is Shiloh gonna do? Shiloh already came out and said there's no treasure out there. We all saw it. I mean, unless this is something that Cynthia Meacham made up, like Shiloh's, there's no second treasure out there. So if there's no second treasure out there, what is epic that Shiloh's gonna do? Is he gonna announce some kind of a winner here? I mean, Shiloh, you gotta understand me. Shiloh is trying to protect the family. Shiloh already said that Jack is the finder. How's Shiloh gonna get out of something when Shiloh said that Jack is the finder? Oh, I mean, think about it. Um, one of the things I was thinking about doing is going over some scrapbooks here. And let's see here. Um, I'm gonna go over some scrapbooks here, and I'm gonna prove to you that Shiloh has been in the know since the beginning here. Okay. Let's see here. Uh, uh, I'm just looking for some scrapbooks here. See if we can pull this up. Uh, okay. I'm gonna see if I can find this. Uh, yeah, I'm looking at scrapbooks here, and I'm gonna pull something up. And this is a scrapbook. This is the sword club competition. Uh, okay, so this scrapbook here is April 2019. Now we all know that Jack Stiff supposedly found the treasure chest in June of 2020. Okay. Now I want to take everybody back to April of 2019. This is Scrabble 199. It's called Slush Competition. In this scrapbook, Forrest talks about Douglas Preston being there. He also talks about Shiloh being there, and uh, Douglas Preston's wife is at this competition. Slow herding? What is slow herding? Five leaf, would you like to? I don't know what you mean by slow herding. So anyway, Shiloh's at this competition and Doug Preston's there with his wife. Okay. This is in April of 2019. The thing that I want to point out about this competition is the fact that Forrest says that there is a person there with Shiloh, and he refers to the person as Nick. Nick. This guy's name is Nick. We know that Nick isn't Nick. Nick is a nickname for somebody else. And so Forrest says that Shiloh and Nick didn't win anything, but they were smart enough to take a change of clothing. In other words, they changed their clothes, is what he's saying. He's saying that the name Nick isn't really Nick. It's a nickname for somebody else. Okay? So what Forrest is telling you here is that Shiloh was there with a guy by the name of Nick. And he says he was one of the geniuses at Los Alamos National Laboratory. And so this person, Nick, we know it's a nickname, okay? And we know that Forrest Fenn went to Outside Magazine in April of 2019. I think it was April 4th because Cynthia Legion was there. And Forrest Fenn met with Larry Berg of Outside Magazine. And you could say this was close to April Fool's Day. This is now, we don't know what they discussed, but it's pretty obvious what they discussed. Because if you look at it, the Outside Magazine article was published with Jack in it. It had the story about Jack finding the treasure, yada, yada, yada. So we can see that that was all pre planned. April of 2019, Forrest met with Larry Burke. And then if you listen to those recordings, those audio recordings of Cynthia Leacham, where that she released, it's Dale and Forrest talking. And Forrest says, I love to get emails because they're talking about, Forrest is talking about searchers. And these searchers are laughing him. They're sending him too many emails, and Forrest doesn't like it. And Dale says, well, how do you just ignore them or whatever. And Forrest says, well, I can't cut that email address off because I like to get emails from Doug Preston and Larry Bird of Outside Magazine. So, what do you got the fact that Larry Bird and Doug Preston are emailing Forrest Fenn behind the scenes? Okay. Then you've got Forrest meeting with Larry Bird of Outside Magazine on April 4th of 2019. Okay. Well, April of 2019 is this Social Club competition. And if you read through this Social Club competition, it's all about stealing. The little thing is about stealing. Well, what does it mean to steal something? We all know what stealing means. To steal something is to jack it. If I jack something, I steal it. And so here it is talking about these guys that are at a ski competition, okay? And he talks about a ski lift. Well, to lift something is to steal it or to jack it. So we know that this scrapbook is about Jack stealing something, okay? And he talks about Shiloh hanging out with a guy who's a Los Alamos genius. Well, if Shiloh is hanging out with somebody who is a Los Alamos genius, okay, and then he says his name is Nick, which we know is a nickname. How odd is that? Two, I understand to believe that that's Jack's stiff. Okay? It's not out at all. It's not out at all. Okay? So Jack was involved in this process way, way before they're telling you. He goes, I look back to April, this thing was completely staged. It was 100% planned. There's no question about it. The entire thing was planned. It was a planned event. They planned this thing, they staged it, they set it up. Jack was to become the finder, and then Forrest Fenn, you think about this, when Forrest Fenn passed away, after Forrest Fenn passed away, Shiloh came out and said Jack is the finder. Shiloh is the one that released a statement saying that Jack is the finder. Shiloh did that. This was after Fenn passed away. Before Fenn passed away, there wasn't big number. Okay? This whole sequence of events, which was supposedly Shiloh back around, Jack gets out of it. Jack still never got out of it. There was all a sequence of planned events. They planned that whole thing. Where Jack went with, Bob sued in court, Bob Anderson sued in court, and then Shiloh's name, or then Jack's name is going to come out as a result of the lawsuit. Well, I don't think it's a staged event. We all know that. Anybody can look at this and tell you that staged. It's completely fake. With regard to Yellowstone, the thing about Yellowstone is Yellowstone, there's no possibility that Chess was in Yellowstone. Anybody that thinks that treasure chest was in Yellowstone is plain stupid. Okay? We have multiple statements by Forrest Fenn indicating that the chest was not in Yellowstone. Forrest said very explicitly, Yellowstone is a place where one should stay on the trails. He said a person should stay on the trails in Yellowstone. He said, I don't like to be on the trails. If I'm the lead dog, the lead searcher, he said, I don't want to be on trails. That's exactly what he said. He said, I don't want to be on trails. And he said, in Yellowstone, people should stay on the trails. Well, guess what? I mean, like the internet should tell you, if Forrest said that he doesn't like being on trails, human trails, designated trails, and he doesn't want to be there. And Yellowstone is a place that you have to stay on the trails. That should tell you the treasure chest was never in Yellowstone. Also, somebody sent Forrest Fenn an email one time, and I can produce this if anybody wants to see this. An email was sent to Forrest in which a woman asked him. She said, I can't get to Yellowstone. This is a phrase. But she said, I can't get to Yellowstone, she said. But she said, she said, if I tell you where the treasure chest is, will you go get it for me? And Forrest says something along the lines of, he says something to the effect of, um, if you tell me where it is, I'll go get it. But the way it's worded is basically like, and one of those words like this, he makes it sound like he doesn't have a clue while it is in Yellowstone. So the woman is going to have to tell him where it is so he can go find it. In other words, he makes it sound like he never did it there. And so she's got to tell him where it is so he can go do it because he doesn't know where it is because he never hit it there, you know? And so, I mean, if you're looking at that aspect of it right there, and then there's that other statement where it says, the treasure was hidden 360 degrees. It says the treasure is hidden generally 360 degrees north of Santa Fe. Generally speaking, he says, okay? Now, if you look at that, I can tell you what the word general means. Every word that Forrest Fenn uses is used for a reason. He doesn't just use words, flippantly. He specifically says That the treasure is hidden generally 360 degrees north of Santa Fe. Okay. So if you take a line, any of you guys can do this. Get on Google Earth, select Santa Fe, draw a line north of Santa Fe. Okay. 360 degrees north of Santa Fe lands you right on the Bighorn Mountains. You're right, Byron. You're absolutely Byron. You're right. It is a circle. You're right. That's brilliant, Byron. You're right. 360 degrees is a circle. But the brilliant thing about what Forrest said is 360 degrees is also right to the area where you start searching. It's the Circle Back campground in the Bighorn Mountains. So if you draw a line 360 degrees from Santa Fe, you're gonna land right on the Bighorn Mountains. You're going right to the Bighorn Mountains. But if you move it over to Yellowstone, it's not 360 degrees. It's at least 15 degrees. But if you go to the big ones, it's smack dab right there on the big ones. And it lands right on the Circle Park campground. How interesting is that? That before I said it's generally 360 degrees from Santa Fe, the treasure chest is. And the general that he's talking about, which general is he talking about? Guys, you guys know the answer is which general is Forrest Fenn talking about? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what he said, Byron. If you're not believed on, the scenery doesn't change. That's right. That's right. That precludes Yellowstone right there. Yep. Yep. You got that right. You got that right. The Yellowstone is out of anything. If you say I want to be the lead of it, and if you're not the lead of the scenery doesn't change. And he says basically that he wants to be all in. He doesn't want to be anywhere near a human trail. He doesn't, I mean, come on, not Milo, no, not right through there. And there's a river running right next to it. But you have to well at the river, so you cross the river, and you get to the bank, and then you walk like into the woods 200 feet. And that's where Jack supposedly found the chest under a log. I mean, come on, how many people believe that nonsense? That Jack, that Jack crossed that river, went out into the woods, and looked at that well, and that's where the treasure chest was. Does anybody actually believe that? No, no, nobody believes that. Nobody believes that nonsense. Not even K-Pro believes that. K-Pro doesn't believe it. You can see it every time she goes live. She's always laughing. She's got this slump look on her face. She's slumping. She knows that she's lying to you. She knows she doesn't believe it. She knows it wasn't in Yellowstone. She knows this is all just a farce. It's a show. It's a sham. She knows it. But you know what? People is going to keep playing this game like she's something special. And she's going to give you the answers. Kimbo doesn't have the answers. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Um, I wonder why he took someone selling it so personally that he pulled the scale off Emily's blaze. I wonder why he took someone selling it so personally that he pulled the scam. Um, I believe, honestly, okay, I'm just going to put it to you this way if I believe. I don't believe that, that treasure chest might have been out there. It might have not. We don't know. We don't know. If there's a possibility the chest was out there, and there's a good probability it wasn't out there. And the reason I say that is that if you study the thrill of the chase, and you study too far to walk, what you're gonna find out is that all of the stuff that's in those books was pre-written. In other words, it's all pre-planned. It's like a script. It reads like a script. It's like someone wrote a script beforehand. So, you know, the treasure chest is just a lure. I don't want to get too specific here, but obviously that chest was nothing more than a lure. Okay, and he wrote a book around a lure. Okay, and he told everybody that chest is in the Rocky Mountains. It's up the Santa Fe. You can go out and do it. Okay. And so he lured you all in with this idea that there was a treasure chest out there that you could get full of gold. Um, well, now we are at the end, and supposedly Jack found this chest, and wait a minute, how did Jack find it? How did Jack find it? Um, and how is now we see that that's all bullshit. That Jack didn't find anything. I mean, and did Jack see hiding? I mean, Jack's stuff is literally in hiding. Nobody has seen Jack's stuff. What's in Jack's stuff? I mean, Jack had actually found a treasure chest and what to say on Friday. He would be all over the place. Jack would be on CNN. Jack would be on MSNBC. Jack would be on CBS. Jack would be on every channel telling you how he found that treasure chest. But Jack hasn't. Last Jack got. Jack is nowhere to be found. Jack didn't find anything, folks. Okay? This is a carefully crafted, scripted ending in which you got a book by Daniel Balbarisi. That Daniel Balbarisi did not like. I hate to tell you, but Daniel Balbarisi did not like that book. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that Daniel Balbarisi did not like that book. Okay? I mean, the thing reads like a script. Forrest Fenn and Don Preston went over that book and told them Daniel Balbarisi what would be in the book. You know, I mean, come on. If you think about it, it's absurd to think that Daniel Balbarisi wrote that book. So what else is going on? And secrecy can be just as bad as other YouTubers do along. Okay, so sound wildly well. The reason I'm secretive, and let me tell you, it's because of the fact that there's a cult leader, okay? And you have cult followers. And the cult is dangerous. All of these cult members, the violent ones that around, they're not dangerous than anything else. The cult followers are. That's the reason why I hide behind things is because of the cult followers. That's it in a nutshell. Um, yeah, so Scrapbook 199. I mean, it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was nothing more than a contest. And if you want to look at this Scrapbook 199, um, to lift, he's talking about stealing, and to lift something is to steal it, to jack it is to steal it, to nick it is to steal it. And in this Scrapbook, he says that Child's hanging out with a guy by the name of Nick. To nick something is to steal it. If I say that I nicked that, he stole the item. He nicked it. He jacked it. And so his husband is for us telling you that Jack's gonna steal it. And the reason for us that be telling you this. The reason for us that is telling you this is because he knows that he has to bring this chase to a close. He has to bring it to a close because he's being told to. And I was frustrated. Yeah, put a nickel. Hey, by the way, put a nickel under my gravestone. Okay. Shove a nickel under my gravestone, pirate. You know. So anyway, um, you have the Scrabble 199 here, and to nick something is to steal it. So Florence had to bring this chase to an end. So if you think about it, why did Florence have to bring this chase to an end? Well, People were dying. People were dying in the Rocky Mountains. I mean, they had what, five, six deaths. They had Randy Billihu, they had Paris Wallace. They had that guy in Yellowstone that fell from Turkey Pen. I forget what that guy's name was. So, I mean, you had at least five, six people died. And so there was a tremendous amount of pressure being put on his family to end the thing. And so what they did was they came up with a staged production at 9 Mile Hole. At 9 Mile Hole, I mean, this shouldn't come as any surprise to anybody. 9 Mile Hole was Forrest Fenn's whole card. This is his whole card. Okay, 9 Mile Hole is the whole card. This is how Forrest Fenn is going to get out of this thing by giving the public a story and saying this is where the chest was. It was at 9 Mile Hole. This is where Jack found it. Okay, this is Forrest Fenn's whole card. This is how he's going to get out. The family was putting tremendous pressure on him. I honestly believe that if it were up to Forrest and nobody had done anything, Forrest probably would have said, just let the thing stay out there, let the treasure chest sit where it's at. We're not going to do anything. But the family put tremendous pressure on him. And Dale Nigel said it. Dale Nigel said it in his last interview with Cynthia Meacham. He said that the family was putting pressure on Forrest. And Shiloh can claim all he wants that there was no intervention. But Shiloh knows a lot more than he's letting on. I mean, if you listen to these audio clips, where, we've heard these audio clips recently of Shiloh laughing, you know, Shadow's laughing diabolically, Shadow's out there laughing. And he's talking to Forrest Fenn. Do you really believe that Shiloh didn't know where that treasure chest was? Why would Shiloh be sitting there talking to his grandfather, recording a conversation after the treasure chest was found? I mean, come on. Do you really believe Shiloh would be sitting there talking to his grandfather, recording the conversation if Shiloh hadn't been involved with this process? Are you that gullible? I mean, come on, think about it. Pale Shetram received cases of the media article Bandit. Okay. That those pieces of the media article were supposed to go to Shiloh, to his grandson. So that tells you that Shiloh was up to his ears in this thing. Shiloh was involved. Shiloh was 100% involved in this ending. But Shiloh was the one that said Jack was the finder. So Shiloh knows exactly what happened. Is Shiloh going to tell you what happened? No. No, that's not Shadow's not going to tell you. Because Jack has to protect the estate. That's what Shadow's not going to tell you. Hey, Bill Horman there. We got Bill in the house. Looks like we got Robert McQuaid here. Robert. Marvel comic book characters have died over and over, and they keep restaging themselves every comic book, and they have never found the treasure chest. Okay, I'm assuming, Rattle, you're talking about Dave Warner there. I go ahead. December 15th, 1890, Sitting Bull shot like double blazing bullets. Bill Gorman. Interesting, Bill. That's very interesting. Sitting Bull shot by double blazing bullets. Yeah, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Um, so yeah, Shiloh, Shiloh's up to his ears in this stuff, guys. And this whole idea that Shiloh is gonna do some kind of an epic ending. No, not in the world. is epic that Shiloh will be doing. Think about it. What could Shiloh be doing that's epic? I mean, the only thing that I can think of that Shiloh could be up to would be Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0. And I think it would be material that we've already seen. And Shiloh would put it out in a book form. Uh, with it, though. I mean, I don't understand how that's epic to see Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0. We've already seen it. We know what's in there. Um, I mean, I, who hasn't seen Ramblings 2.0? I mean, what about Ramblings 2.0 is so special? I mean, they are produced it for the public to see. We've all seen it. We've all read it. How's that epic? It, I just don't think that's epic. I mean, if Shiloh comes out and says, my grandfather, there's going to be a movie produced, there's going to be a Hollywood movie produced, uh, I mean, maybe that's a big guy, that there's going to be a movie produced, about Forrest Fenn, and that's passively an epic event. I mean, not saying it's not, but if you did some book that Shiloh's trying to make money off of, that's not epic. There's nothing epic about a Hulk that, quite frankly, we're not going to, why would we go out and buy a book? I mean, we don't have any confidence in the him already with Jack Steve. So why would we buy a book from the Shiloh produced? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Um, but let's we go on to Netflix. Is it possible that the epic involves Netflix? I don't know. I hear that Netflix is going to produce uh, a documentary or maybe a couple, and somebody, according to Gabriel, they're gonna have Kelly and Shiloh and Kyle Summers on Netflix. Is that epic? Is that epic to see Shiloh and Kelly on Netflix? No, it's not epic. It's not epic. And the reason it's not epic is we want to see Jack Stoof. I want to see Jack Stoof out front, in front of the public, describing how he found that treasure chest. I want to see Jack Stoof producing video footage of himself finding that treasure chest. I want to see Melody Flossie footage of Jack Stoof searching for that treasure chest. I want to see all of that stuff. And then if they want to do that, I'll say that's epic. It's epic to see Jack Stoof finding the treasure chest for the first time. A lot like Daniel Barbarisi's book said, okay? Netflix, Robert McQuaid, Netflix don't know Jack. No, Netflix doesn't know Jack. I agree. Jack is nowhere near Netflix. Jack is out hiding. Hey, folks, that is Lone Wolf. Okay, I'm getting old waiting for this ending. Pirate, yeah. Yeah, the ending is just gone on and on and on and on. There's no answers here. And here's the thing. First, according to Calazars is claiming that Forrest told somebody not to place any bets because we don't place any bets because basically no bets are safe because nothing is as it seems. So if you're gonna believe this story that Jack found a chest at 9 Mile Hole, and that's the real story, and for us that nothing is as it seems, then you can't possibly believe that that's the ending. You can't. I mean, you just can't. Jack figured out where Forrest Fenn wanted to die. Please fill in the hole. How deep is the hole? Well, Jack figured out where Forrest Fenn wanted to die. You don't know how preposterous that is, Robert. I mean, come on. think about it. The Forrest Fenn was gonna crash the river at 9 Mile Hole, and then he was gonna die in the woods in Yellowstone. I mean, the well is right there. It comes out. I'm pretty sure it would smell his rotting body in the woods. I mean, let's not stand in the woods. Oh, let's go have a well. Oh, here's a deceased man. Oh, let's DNA this guy. It looks like Forrest Fenn left over in the bushes and died. I mean, come on. Jack found out where Forrest Fenn was gonna die. Good grief. Yeah, Jack doesn't. Jack, Jack Stooge. I call him Stooge. Jack Stooge. He's a Stooge because he's doing the bidding of others. Okay? He never found anything. He, Jack may have, as far as we know, Jack may have just sat in the lawyer's office for photographs. And I'm not even convinced. I'm not even convinced that Jack was in the lawyer's office. I know that Klaus Summers says that. What? I mean, it's possible that Jack sat on one side of the table, Forrest sat on the other side of the table, and they took a photograph, and they put the photograph together and combined the photographs, and Jack was on one side, and Forrest was on the other. read it. Robert, wait, read the answers again, dumbass. Comment Jack last year. I mean, Carlos Summers says that he meant Jack. But I'm going to tell you something that Carlos Summers is. To me, Carlos Summers is nothing more than a phony baloney lawyer. I mean, I have never seen the most phony lawyer. This guy is about as phony as it gets. He's just a phony, is all he is. He doesn't even know anything about the thrill of the chase, Carl doesn't. But anything about it, Klaus said that he never actually even led the thrill of the chase. He didn't know anything about it. He never actually led the thrill of the chase. You know that? And so Klaus getting out there talking to Cynthia Meacham, and he's saying that, you know, Jack's the finder, Jack this, Jack that, you know. And he says that he met Jack Stooge. And then he told Jack, well, you can't come to the house, Jack, because, you know, we need to work certain details out before you come to the house. You can't come to the house. You know, we gotta work out some details before you can meet Forrest. Um, uh, Klaus is a phony. He doesn't, I mean, come on. Klaus Summers knows, let me just tell you this. Klaus Summers knows that Jack didn't find that treasure chest. Kyle knows it, okay? He's just playing stupid. He's got to put along for the media, for the family, and he knows it. He knows it. And the thing about it is, if you look at it, Jack goes to Santa Fe to meet Forrest. You know who Jack's lawyer is? Jack's lawyer is Tom Hanasco. Tom Hanasco is a family friend of the family. He's a friend of the families. Tom Hanasco is a friend of Kelly and Zoe's. I mean, how? What kind of a joke is that? That Tom Hanasco and Kelly and Zoe, buddies from school. They went to school together. And then some Jack comes to Santa Fe, and they get Jack a letter, and Jack's letter is Tom Hanasco. I mean, yeah, this is the most preposterous joke. It's like the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. I mean, come on, folks, are you that stupid? Oh, what do we got here? Comment Jack last year. Bill says, comment Jack last year. I take Cloud at face value when he says that he met Jack. I believe that Cloud Summers did meet Jack Stooge. But But the thing about Cloud Summers is only interested in protecting the estate. He has no other. Uh, I mean, this is what he's paid to do. I mean, come on, Cloud's not going to do anything but protect the estate. He Cloud's not going to tell you that anything about what suspected or anything. He's just going to say what he has to say, and that's that. When Cynthia pressed him, Cynthia tried to get Kyle to say um, where that treasure chest was, and Kyle said, "I'm not prepared to say anything. I'm not prepared to say anything." Of course, he's not prepared to say anything because he doesn't want to jeopardize the estate. He doesn't want to make anyone. He doesn't want to put anybody in jeopardy. He's not going to say anything negative. He's not going to tell you that he's never going to say that chest was at 9 Mile. He can't. Jack Sleuth is a bronze tracking dog, Bill Orman. Um, Bill, if you watch the Josh Gates, the Josh Gates, they had that dog in there, and I forget the guy's name. Who's the guy? Oh, Justin Posey. Justin Posey. Was Justin Posey in there? I think Justin Posey was in there. They had the brown sitting doll. Well, if you look at Justin Posey is nothing more than a poser. Okay, he's fake. He's faker than a $3 bill. Justin Posey. I mean, look up Posey in the look up poser in the dictionary. It's a fake. It's a plant. A poser. Justin Posey was in the Josh Gates thing, and he had a brown sniffing dog. Justin Posey did, and the dog was running around, and it was and the dog found an alien. That's what the dog found. Well, Justin Posey has a script. And that script says that Justin Posey has to have his dog go sniff. Justin Posey's dog has to go sniffing around, and then Justin Posey's dog has to find an outlet for the show. And that's exactly what Justin Posey's dog did. Justin Posey's dog found an arrowhead on the Josh Beach show with his dog. Okay, and then Justin Posey was in the New Yorker magazine. Justin Posey is nothing more than a fake. He's nothing more than a part of this script, okay? Then you know what they do? They sell the treasure chest last 3 hours each. And let me just tell you something else is fake. It's faker than a $3 bill. Papa Jack, total fake, total flag. He's 100% fake. Papa Jack comes up to the scene after the treasure chase was over. And you know what Papa Jack is offering? Papa Jack is offering a bracelet. A bracelet just like the one that Forrest Fenn said was in the treasure chest. A $350 bracelet. Papa Jack is offering that. Now, where does Papa Jack come from? Does anybody know where Papa Jack came from? He has no connection to this chase. He has no connection. There's literally no connection. I mean, if you look at this objectively, this time you're not about the searcher. He comes onto the scene out of the blue, and he's laughing with a bracelet, and he's kissing ass to anybody who's going to listen to it. He's kissing ass with Candy. He's kissing ass with everybody who wants to listen to it. Patrick Jack, Patrick Jack works with Larry Bird. I don't think he has that kind of influence, Bill. Oh, Tommy, Tommy Beacon, you have this bad voice. Robert McQuaid. I'm predicting this voice will have the transmission soon because they are a poser. Robert McQuaid. Robert McQuaid. Robert McQuaid is the that's Dave Woodard's nemesis. Robert McQuaid, you are Dave Woodard's nemesis. Hey, Galaxy, how's it going? How's it going? I mean, we need to blow this chase wide open. We got so many flags running around in this chase. I mean, we are swimming in flags. I mean, we are literally swimming in flowers. Yeah. I mean, there are so many snake oil salesmen in this chase that I have never in my entire life seen anything like this. There are a lot of snake oil salesmen in this chase. And you're just phenomenal. It's unbelievable. You know, it's unbelievable. The Forrest that trapped so many snake oil salesmen. Oh my God. Tim's adventures. Gigi, why do you hide your voice? Well, Tim, I can't. There are so many cult members out there. I can't deal with these cult members. There's too many cult members, okay? And these people are lost stop. I mean, they are down the line cult members. I mean, let me just tell you something, Tim. If you study the comment section of any video about Forrest Fenn, you're going to see 10, 15 comments. Most of those comments are by cult members. These cult members top the line and they're going to say everything positive. They don't, it doesn't matter whether it's negative, they're going to say a positive thing. They don't care. The cult members only care about one thing and one thing only, and that is telling the lie. Yeah, they're club members. Yeah, yeah. It's a bunch of cult members is all it is. I'm tired of listening to. I've had it. I've had it with these people. I've had it with the whole Kabbalah. I have had it with them. You want to talk about a treasure hunt full of frauds and fakes. I mean, this treasure hunt has more frauds and more fakes than I, I challenge you to find any story with more frauds and fakes than this treasure hunt. I wanted to be a pirate. What are you talking about? What kind of a pirate did you want to be? Forrest said that in his past there was a pirate. He said in his past he thinks there was a pirate. And if you look into it, you can actually look into it. There is a pilot whose name was John Fenn. John Fenn. And John Fenn was chased. They chased him into the woods. They captured him and they hung him. They hung John Fenn. If you go to the beginning of the Thrill of the Chase, Forrest Fenn talks about a sheriff, and he says that the sheriff allowed him to live a new life because he loved him so much. How deep is the hole that the treasure is buried in? Uh, that's a good question, Firewood. If you believe there's a treasure out there, Shadow's already stated that there is no second treasure. There is no second treasure. Shiloh stated that very clearly. Um, how deep is the hole that the treasure is buried in? Um, we don't. It's 12 feet deep. Forrest said that it's less than 6 feet buried. He said it's less than 6 feet, so it's 4 feet in between 4 and 5 feet deep. How deep is the hole? So Shiloh says he's got himself in the hole. He's $1 million in the hole. Well, yeah, he has $1 million in the hole. Shiloh's just telling you the truth. He has $1 million in the hole. Well, who is he $1 million in the hole to? He's $1 million in the hole to Jack Stoof. Jack Stoof is Shiloh's turkey. If you go look at the scramble, you're gonna see Shiloh with a turkey. He shot a turkey. That turkey represents Jack Stoof. Jack Stoof is Shiloh's turkey. Maybe Fenn told no one of the second treasure, the real treasure, galaxy. I mean, It's it depends on your client treasure. I mean, okay, maybe Shiloh doesn't know about the second treasure. Okay, then why? If Shiloh doesn't know about the second treasure, why is Shiloh running this treasure hunt? Ask yourself why Shiloh is running the treasure hunt. I mean, clearly Shiloh is in the house. Shiloh released a picture of himself seated in Forrest Fenn's house. He's got a treasure map in front of himself. He signed his name on that treasure map. You know what that means that Shiloh signed his name on that treasure map? That means that Shiloh is the one that retrieved that treasure. Shiloh is telling you that he retrieved that treasure. He's not, he signed his name on that map. He is the one that retrieved that treasure. Jack didn't do shit, okay? Jack, let me just tell you something. Jack met with Copper Dan at the JFK airport in New York. Jack still floated to JFK airport in New York and signed his name on a map. And guess what? Jack signed his name. Jack signed his name incorrectly. Jack signed his name incorrectly. Shiloh signed his name on that map correctly, not Jack. So Jack is basically saying this thing is a. Jack is telling you that this is a bag of eggs. It's a joke. I didn't find anything. And here's another crazy thing. Did you guys pay attention? Did you guys pay attention to the hat that Jack Stoof was wearing when he went to New York and met with Papa Dan? He was wearing he was wearing a baseball hat for the Tokyo Giants. It's a baseball team. Okay? Jack was wearing the hat with the Tokyo Giants. If you look into that, if you look into that cloud, that team, the Tokyo Giants, what you're gonna find out about that hat is that Jack is they are in. I'm not joking with you. They are in Baguio, Japan. Baguio, Japan. What have to look up? BUNK. Wow, it's made up bullshit. It's bunk. It's a crock of shit, is what he's saying. Jackie's wearing a hat saying that it's a stunt. It's just a joke. It's a crock of shit, is what he's saying. I'm just playing part of the skit here, you know. And then he signs his name incorrectly. Oh no! I mean, come on, guys. How gullible can you get? Bill's got 5 Japanese grandkids. That's wonderful, Bill. That's fantastic. We're in Japan. We're in Japan already. Wait, you mean Dave Wonder does not have title? That was McQuaid. I don't know what to make of Dave. I don't like to make of Dave Wonder. I cheer Dave Wonder on, and the reason I cheer Dave on is because Dave is fighting a good fight. He's willing to tell people that Jack is a crock of shit and Shiloh's lying. And we all know that. But at the same time, Dave Wonder is not the solver. Dave didn't solve this problem. Dave did not solve this problem. He just didn't. Captain After is canasta. I give Dave props. And one of the things I give Dave props with is Dave seems to understand the fact that Forrest Fenn was searching for a superhero. And I agree with him. The superhero theme is in the book. It is there. Forrest Fenn was looking for a hero. I mean, if you look at it, on the cover of Once Upon a While, you can see that he's fishing for a star. On the cover of Once Upon a While, Forrest is looking for a star. Okay, he's fishing for a star. Another level of star as a superhero is a hero. So Dave is right. I agree with Dave in that aspect. But is it shorter than the treasure chest? Was it Palisade, Seattle, and Shiloh and moved it? No, that chest was never in Palisade Hill. Oh, there's no possibility the chest was at the Palisade Hill in New Mexico. It just wasn't there. Um, well, you know what? Here's the thing, though. I will show you guys and can show you. I agree. I think Dave's a nice guy. I don't dislike Dave. I do believe that Dave is on to something, that this is fraud, that Jack is a fraud, and the people that set him up to play the role that he played. Let me just tell you something. If you clap Jack in a dark alley at night, if you clap Jack in a dark alley at night, and you clap him, Jack still would have shit running down his legs, and he would smell the beans. Jack Still is a complete fake sham. He's an onion writer. Okay? This guy used to work for the onion. He's not a treasure hunter. It's all bullshit. Americans were granted their sovereignty freedom on December 5th, 1791. Bill, gosh, he could very well be the chance that was up for grabs, but I swear the book whispers there was true all along. There is something really wrong with you. Dave didn't find a clue. He baffled himself with bullshit. But his suspecting foil plays dead on. Five leaf blaze. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, five leaf. Could very well be the chest that was up for grabs. With regard, Galaxy. And Bill, Galaxy. Honestly, I don't believe that Forrest Fenn ever intended a person, a searcher, to find his treasure chest. The treasure chest that Justin Posey has says made in France on the bottom, and that treasure chest was manufactured. I mean, it could have been manufactured in the late 1800s. It could have been manufactured in the 1900s. It is not an 11th century Romanesque lockbox. It is not. We know it's not. And we have video of Forrest Fenn saying for years that it was an 11th century box. Okay? So, okay, now think about this for a minute. If you have Forrest saying that it's an 11th century Romanesque lockbox, and now you have Justin Posey telling us that it was made in France, but what does that tell you? That tells you that Forrest Fenn was lying from the beginning. Okay? He was either lying from the beginning or there's multiple chests. Is there really multiple chests? Was there a second chest? Well, I don't believe there was. Okay, let me just put it to you this way. I believe that there was an empty chest at 9 Mile Hole. It had nothing in the chest, okay? And there's no evidence in the books. I mean, you can find it. It's in his writings. Forrest Fenn talks about, he talks about losing 22 pounds and not even knowing it. I mean, why would Forrest say that he lost 22 pounds and he didn't even know it? 22 pounds is the weight of the contents of the chest. Okay? The chest supposedly weighed 20 pounds. So what Forrest is telling you is that chest is actually empty. It's empty. And I can show you, if you go to Daniel Barbarisi's book and you read the account that Jack Stu tells Daniel Barbarisi, he says that he took the chest out of the woods. He talks about putting the contents of the treasure chest into an IKEA bag. He says he put the contents of the treasure chest in an IKEA bag, a blue IKEA bag, and carried it out of the woods. Well, if you look at that page, written by Daniel Barbarisi, you're gonna see one word on that page. And what is that word? Joke. The word junk appears on that page. It's a joke. The other thing was a joke. There was a joke in front of the chest at 9 Mile Hole. Now, do I believe that there was an empty box at 9 Mile Hole? I do believe that. And the reason I say that is if you look at the Medium article, you can see that the box in the Medium article is never open. It's never open. Go read the Medium article. Go, I challenge you to look at the Medium article. You're going to see a picture of the treasure chest. It's closed. It's an empty box that's closed. And someone photographed it. And not even at 9 Mile Hole. We don't know where that was. It's at the land that they photographed that chest at was not 9 Mile Hole. I honestly think that it was the GPS solved area. The GPS solved area is where they photographed that chest at from a Medium article. Oh, let's see here. People arrived to Brazil. The lead searcher won't release the solve for free. In any universe, 5 ways. The solution, the solution, the solution, the solution. Well, the solution, first of all, if you release the solution, you're suicidal 5 ways. I mean, you just can't. And you're not getting paid for it either. You'd be crazy to release a solution if you're not getting paid for it. I mean, well, who cares about what 200 people think, you know? I mean, who's gonna, you didn't get light yourself for nothing. I mean, come on. I do, but they just don't, stop the 11th century and you got put the bronze bombs out there. You know, I don't actually, I mean, I have proof beyond from the books that the treasure chest was a lure. Okay. So whether they put the treasure chest out there or didn't put it out there, it was only a lure, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The chest, I can prove to you from the books that that treasure chest was a lure. Then I could also prove to you from the book that the treasure chest represents a buffalo. In other words, the treasure chest itself represents a buffalo. A buffalo means to deceive someone. Okay? Buffalo meaning to deceive someone. Okay, so if you go to the chapter about cowboys, the cowboy story, the Forrest Fenn has in the thrill of the chase, it's called Buffalo Cowboys. You're gonna see that bison that Cody Forrest Fenn has a picture of Cody and it says Cody is resting. Okay? So if the buffalo represents the treasure chest, and the treasure chest is a one of the school box. One is a Romanesque box. Where west where the buffalo live. So the treasure chest can move. Okay? And one of the guys that have filed lawsuits, whether it was Hanson, who's the other guy? McCracken, Hanson, the guy out of Arizona. There was a guy in Arizona that filed a lawsuit too. On June 4th, one of those people claimed that Forrest Fenn moved the treasure chest. Well, why would they claim that? Well, these people let you aware that if you read in the thrill of the trees, the treasure chest, and he shows the buffalo, and he says, here's the buffalo resting. Here's Cody resting. And then when Span refers to the treasure chest, all the time, when Forrest referred to the treasure chest, he would say the resting place of the treasure chest. The resting place. Well, when someone's resting, they're not moving. When they're not resting, they're not moving. Okay? So what he's doing is he's likening the treasure chest to Cody, who was a buffalo, and a buffalo buffaloes run about. They run about. They run about. If they run in their squawks. So the reality is, it was all just a decoy. It was a play. It was a sham. It was a stage event. Well, from the beginning, it was baked into the milk. I mean, okay. If Mr. Old made the wood in the box, that there was part of him in it too. Barone and Elliot were forced to wanted to die. Barone and Elliot, that's where he was cremated. Robert McQueen. Barone and Elliot is the crematorium in Santa Fe that where they cremated him. And Brian and Elliot is where he was cremated. Go home. I'd take $1 million just for security if I leave place. Yeah, security. No, you're lying. You were chasing a lure. That's exactly what. This was nothing more than a lure, is all it was. And the reason for, I mean, here's the thing, Forrest Fenn didn't want to stick around after, Forrest Fenn died. But, I mean, I'm I know the facts like before Forrest Fenn committed suicide. Okay. He did not want to hang around and give you the answers. He just checked out and said, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You guys can fight over this. I'm out of here. But he wasn't going to explain to people that this was a lure and Jack didn't find anything. Peggy was the architect. She just didn't know where of when it was hidden, but it was her idea. She told us call it the bullet because it is shot. Yeah, that's interesting, Bill. Forrest Fenn said that he called his car the bullet because it was shot. Yeah, that's a little bit of a nuanced hint to something there. I mean, you and I both know what he's talking about. In Bremerton, Washington, anything over 300 pounds is a Bremolo. A Bremolo. I think GPS for 9 Mile Hole was the door prize location. Put out randomly for someone to stumble on, and the details would never make sense because it's not where the poem leads, thus leaving a mystery. Galaxy, let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something, Galaxy. 9 Mile Hole was Forrest Fenn's whole heart, okay? There were people working with Forrest Fenn on this ending of Jack's Stoof, okay? You know what they told Forrest? They told Forrest the public he's not gonna like your 9 Mile Hole, okay? They're not gonna like your rule card. So what they did was they tried to float the trial balloon at the GPS area. They tried to float that. And let me tell you something, they used Justin Posey was involved in that. If you read the New Yorker article, I think it's in the New Yorker magazine. Justin Posey and his bomb sniffing dog. That's what the GPS area was about. They tried to flood the GPS area to see if everybody would accept that. Okay. The idea was that, there's numbers in the poem, as I have that alone in there. You've got the word landing and glad, you've got the word landing and alone. Okay. Not flat, but two flat, two well. You can hear the words two and two in there. Okay. So what they was insinuating is that you would come up with a GPS location if you were able to add up these numbers, okay? Wow, the area that it led to, the GPS area, no, this is nothing special. If you go there, it's not special. Now, for instance, you would see mountains, you would see rivers, he talked about sagebrush, and he said, I know that the treasure chest is wet. Well, that area where the GPS took them, um, I think it was near Addison Lake or something like that. Near Addison Lake. There was nothing special about that area. People looked at that area, they were like, "That's not special. There's nothing special here." You know, I mean, you're just alone somewhere. You're completely trapped in here. There's no possibility that this is where the treasure chest was. It wasn't there, you know. And so what they wanted to do was they wanted to fake you the idea that it was at the GPS area. Okay, but that's because they already knew the 9 mile hole area wouldn't work. Most people would just laugh at that area, so they tried to feed you the GPS area. Okay, now that area didn't work, so then they just resorted back to the 9 mile hole area because the GPS area didn't work. Nobody bought into it. Uh, and still, even after college, I was trying to get a soft pass from ChatGPT. Nothing has been called correct by AI except Cypher. Partly plays. How deep is it? All wants you know where Forrest Fenn wanted to die. Yeah, Yellowstone is acting as a shield of Newman Sage Walker. I mean, I think you're right, Newman. I think that the general public doesn't look into things very far. The general public just scans the headlines, they just scan the news, and that's it. Jack found a treasure chest, Forrest Fenn chases over, CNN ran an article, New York Times ran an article. I saw all those articles, and they just basically ran the story. Nobody investigated it. Nobody, there was no proof. It was just basically Jack found a treasure chest. And that's something that you realize about the media is there's no investigation with anything. They don't look under the hood. I mean, it's like buying a car without actually looking under the hood or even starting it. It's just, it's unbelievable. The media is just unbelievable. There was no investigation whatsoever, just Jack found a treasure chest. Jack's still a medical student, found a treasure chest. Uh, and Jack didn't find anything. Okay, so here's the biggest thing to take away from the Jack thing. So, Forrest Fenn said the treasure has been found. It was under a canopy of stars. Okay? And this was on June 6th of 2020. The treasure has been found. Well, I can show you a press release that was taken out on July 1st of 2020. This is well after June 6th of 2020. I mean, it's over 3 weeks after June 6th of 2020. A press release came out, and in this press release, you can see a cowboy, and he's on one knee. This cowboy is. And the cowboy says, I come to you with empty hands. I have nothing. He says, I don't have the treasure. He brings up COVID. He says, nothing has been decided yet. And he talks about the possibility of a book. And he misspells the word patience, folks. He's misspelled the word patience. Okay? At this point in time, July of 2020, nobody has heard of Jack Stoof. Okay? Nobody knows that Jack Stoof is a medical, supposedly a medical student, medical doctor, and medical doctors have patients. Okay? So who took the press release out? Who took that press release out? Misspelling the word patients. Who did that? Who did that before anyone knew who Jack Stoof was? Okay? And the cowboy that represents Jack Stoof says, I come to you with empty hands. I come to you with empty hands. I have nothing. Who took that press release out that knew beforehand who Jack Stoof was? Who did it? Obviously, the people that put on the show with the brought Jack Stoof, that brought you the article, that brought you the Medium article, that brought you the Outside Magazine article. It's all fake, folks. It's all fake. It's all fake. The whole thing was a scam. It's a sham. Okay? Question is, who is the solver? You know, you have to ask yourself, who solved this problem? What is going on here? You know? Because right now at this point, it appears to be a cabal, a massive cabal of snake oil salesmen. Okay? And everybody saying, oh, Shiloh's going to do this, Shiloh's going to do that. There's no proof Shiloh's going to do anything. Nobody has any proof Shiloh's going to do anything. And I'm getting folks running around saying, oh, there's a project coming out. You know, John Collins Block, there's a project. He's going to do a project. There's no proof of any of that stuff. It's all just nonsense. It's all just hearsay. But anyway, that's the Granny's just says, you know. Granny had a few things to say tonight. Um, who is the soluble finally? Um, you know, and who is the solver? Well, Forrest Fenn said this. He said that he said that it's a shy guy from back east, is what he said. He said it was a man from back east that found the treasure. Okay. Now we have Jack coming out. Um, and Jack is from Michigan. Okay, so everybody's assuming that Jack is the man from back east. Well, you know, I mean, you could say that Jack is that person from back east. Like, is he really the person from back east? Well, is it Bob Anderson? Is it a one man from back east? Barbara Anderson, she's from Michigan too, isn't she? Is she from Michigan or is she from Chicago? So Ford said it was a man from back east. But Barbara, she says it's her, so is Barbara a man? You know? I have yet to see her blog. Has anybody seen Barbara's blog? I saw she's got some kind of a coloring book out, I think on Amazon for sale. Oh, is there a book in there? I thought there was a book for sale. Has anybody seen the book? I haven't actually. I actually want to see that book so I can see what her solution is. You know, Ron acquainted. It should not have given you anything. You're not the person to push this forward. Or maybe you could get me some money. Like, nobody has given me anything and I wouldn't expect it either. Woody Ball. Uh, well, Woody, if you're one of the players that has been around from the beginning, I wouldn't expect you to get anything either. I mean, you were part of this from the beginning, so I mean, I don't expect you to get anything here. It's not like you were a searcher, Woody. Come on. Barbara is from hell. Oh, I don't know. The thing about Barbara is this, okay? I don't know how to read Barbara. On one hand, I believe that Barbara is a fake. And then on the other hand, I'm not sure. Maybe she's a little crazy. I honestly don't know what's going on with Barbara. On one hand, she plays this card like she's a solver. Um, she's gonna the president is gonna give us some kind of a prize or something. We're waiting on this Hollywood ending. Um, but then when it comes right down to it, it's like, Bob, if you were the solver and you really believe that, then why didn't you sue Jack Stoof? Why didn't you go after Jack Stoof? I mean, it just seems so irrational. Her behavior does. It doesn't seem natural to me for someone to say that she's the solver, but then she doesn't go after Jack. She goes after Greg Thompson. And I said, we literally went after Greg Thompson. Like, like Greg has nothing to do with this. But Greg is just a guy for a while that drinks Bud Light or whatever course. I don't know what his beer choice is. But like why is she going after him? Like that doesn't have anything to do with this. That's what makes me so suspicious about love. Is she doesn't it doesn't make any logical sense why she would be going after Greg instead of Jack. A living dog is a call or a Forrest Fenn. Yes, you're right. You're right about that, Bill. George Kyle Friesen. Kyle, a Kyle is spelled C-A-R-R, which is a fan. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. Absolutely. And well, with regard to Forrest Fenn would always say that he say he would fling his body on the treasure chest, and he would dare you to come find him. He's gonna throw his body on that treasure chest, and he's gonna dare you to find him. You know why he said that? The reason Forrest said that is because his treasure chest was hidden. His treasure chest was hidden near an area where there's wells. It's a wetland or bad area. Um, because if you look into these wells, a person's body could be preserved in a well in a wetland area. So if one said he would throw his body on the treasure chest, that's a clue, that's a hint to the area where it was hid. So that would be that his body would be preserved. So you would gotta find first, this is a special place where he wanted to die. His body would be preserved because it would be in a well. And that's what a cloud is or a fan. And that's that's what you got going on in the Big Horn Mountains. It's labs and wetlands is what it is. That's what it is. So, and the day that Forrest Fenn passed away is the same day that George Clark Friesen died. George Clark Friesen, he's an archaeologist out of Wyoming. Now, Forrest and George were good buddies. He owned a ranch near the Big One Mountains. George did, and he died on the same day that Forrest Fenn did. And let me tell you something: all of those things were hints to the actual area of that treasure chest, and the actual area of that treasure chest was the Big One Mountains. Uh, I am here and have been here longer than people know. And it's for number one reason and one reason only: the story. And I'm going to say the Walker is here for the story. Well, maybe you would elaborate on what that story might be. Is there a possibility you can tell us what the story is and what is that story that you want to know about? What is the story that you would like to hear about? Is there some kind of a story that Forrest had to tell? And what story would that be? I mean, didn't he already did he already tell his story in Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0? He seems to have told that story, and then he's got all the scrapbooks. What other story do you want to hear from Forrest? What could Forrest possibly you know, what kind of story could Forrest possibly have that you want to hear? Um, Story for the New Yorker. About I know that Doug Preston writes for New York, the New York. I think it's the New Yorker. New Yorker magazine. If you if you search for Doug Preston of the New Yorker magazine, you're gonna find many stories written by Doug Preston for that magazine. Stories, everything, in my opinion. Well, I agree with you, Dolly. The story is everything. The question is, what is that story? And if that story is there, then why doesn't Shiloh just publish the story? Why doesn't Shiloh publish that story? I knew George Crawford and the chest was not in the big mountain. Sorry, truly. Uh, it isn't a sage walker. I can tell you matter of factly that that treasure chest, the location of that treasure chest, Forrest Fenn was saying it was in the Bighorn Mountains. No. Now, the question is, did he actually put it out there or was he just acting like it was out there? If you read through the story Buffalo Cowboys, you're I can show you in Buffalo Cowboys that the treasure chest was never in Yellowstone. Okay, so he talks about a big buffalo wandering out of Yellowstone. That big buffalo that wandered out of Yellowstone was Cody. He wanders out of Yellowstone. He gets out of Yellowstone. Okay. Now that story about the buffalo, he talks about I think he talks about it. The buffalo knocked the fence over. He knocked the fence over. Okay, I want you to go. I want you to go, and I want you to look up the life of George Carl Friesen on Wikipedia. I want you to go look up George Carl Friesen on Wikipedia. It will tell the story of George Carl Friesen. And what it says is that George was attacked by a buffalo escaping from a park. And that park is located in Wyoming, Demopolis, Wyoming. Demopolis, Wyoming. George escapes a bunch of bison. And that Buffalo Cowboy story is based off of George Carl Friesen's story. The Bible is Wyoming. It talks all about it. And the buffalo is deep in Yellowstone. Forrest is just telling you that that chest was out in Yellowstone. The buffalo lives out in Yellowstone. Yellowstone is nothing more than a graveyard for searchers. Everybody thought lot haunted in Yellowstone. It doesn't hold in Yellowstone. Woody Bob says, Greg, really, how many times did you go boots on the ground? You don't know crap about me. Let me tell you something. I know everything. Okay. I boots on the ground for me. How many times did I go boots on the ground? I went boots on the ground. Oh man. I mean, if you want to have probably 30 times, probably 30 times I've been out searching for Forrest Fenn. So in multiple areas. And that's how I came to understand that Forrest Fenn was pulling everybody's leg. And this was all I had this one big staged event. Forrest Fenn had multiple areas in the Rocky Mountains. He had multiple areas in the Rocky Mountains. And he let's just put it to you this way. Forrest Fenn was running a big fishing game in the Rocky Mountains. He was fishing in the Rocky Mountains, is what Forrest Fenn was doing. But where specifically, Woody, did you search? In what state did you search in, Woody? If why was your name Woody Bald? Did you search in the Bond area? Because the area where I'm at, the area where I'm looking, there's lots of balds there. It was in the Bighorn Mountains, and in fact, I can show you from the scrapbooks, I've shown it in videos in the Bighorn Mountains. The starting spot where you park your car is the Circle Park campground. Okay, You started the Circle Park campground, and that's where you hike from. And Forrest said, when you get that treasure chest, he said he walked I think he says he walked less than a few miles, and then he says it sounds like I'm talking in circles. Okay, now I think that when you talk about a circle, you're talking about all. I think when you're talking about a circle, you're talking about a wheel. Okay, so for us was talking about circles, he was talking about rings, he was talking about wheels. And the reason I believe he was talking about those things was a hint to the Bighorn Mountains, because obviously the medicine wheel is in the Bighorn Mountains. Okay. And if you look at the back of Too Far to Wall, is it Too Far to Wall? Too Far to Wall, you're going to see Forrest and he's leaning up against the wagon wheel. Well, this is obviously a hint to the Bighorn Mountains and the medicine wheel. Okay, he's just giving you a general area hint to the area. That's what he's doing. So, and the thing about it is now that you've got all this crap about 9 Mile Hole and, Yellowstone, oh, I love the hints in the book and everything. Um, and everything that Wallace has said doesn't match. It doesn't match with 9 Mile Hole. It doesn't match. I cannot find it matching anything Forrest been said. It just doesn't match. And so it's like they can't match, 9 Mile Hole up to what Forrest been said. So it doesn't match. Really well. Would I be on my knees begging for your search area? No, Woody. I would not be begging for your search area. And I'm certainly not going to be on my knees begging for it either. Period. Yes, Bill, diabolical. 2 days before he died, he had map, smell the sunshine, read a statement in Yellowstone, and he said, sometimes I just feel diabolical. Okay? Diabolical. Hilarious. Diabolical, devil, Satan, hilarious. Okay? Got read Buffalo Cowboys. Well, he says it's a big buffalo, and he's lassoing the horns of that big buffalo. He's lassoing the horns. It's a big buffalo, and he's lassoing the horns. Big horn mountains. Okay? And you're right, that's why he used the term diabolical. You're lost in your own opinion. Well, you know that, money. I live in the Rocky Mountains. I wasn't just in the Big Horn Mountains. I'm in Colorado. I'm in New Mexico. I'm in Wyoming. I'm a hell of a place, buddy. I'm at all of the bases covered. It's not. There's I can't. There's two things going on. Okay. Now some of you people think that there's another treasure chest out there. Okay, there's double omegas. There's two omegas here. Okay, you've got the treasure chest that was supposedly hidden. Okay, that's one omega. And then you got the second omega. Well, nobody's ever explained the second omega. And that's why Shiloh's out there with a map. Shiloh signed his name on a map and he put one omega out there. He did not put the second omega. Now the question is, we all know that omega is a Greek letter of the alphabet. It's the last letter in the alphabet. Okay? We also know that Skippy was first the alpha. Okay? And Skippy died. Okay, so here's the thing. Omega is the last letter of the alphabet, the Greek alphabet. Well, if there's two omegas, that tells you there's two endings. Now we got one ending with Jack and it's all staged. But what about this other ending? So now you might have areas within Colorado, within New Mexico, all that are valid, and I'm not saying they're not, they're valid. But what I'm talking about is just the treasure chest and where we think that treasure chest was. Where was that chest located? In my opinion, the location that he's pointing to was the Bighorn Mountains. Now, what we got with Jack is just a staged event. It's completely staged. That doesn't prove anything. He just, that's a cover story. He just covered up the ending with Jack. It's a cover story. Here's what I'm going to tell the public. But that doesn't prove anything. Got even with Albert by putting the holes on Skippy's car. The best revenge is me wearing the bracelet. Troy has never seen a car without wheels. I lived in Santa Fe, grew up in Colorado in the Animas River Valley, and live in Montana now. Woody Ball. You live in Montana now. Okay, Woody, did you ever believe that the chest or the treasure was hidden in Montana? He doubts you're right. I mean, you know, he said the treasure. He said the treasure was hidden north of Santa Fe, more than 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe, and then sometimes he would say treasure chest. So, I mean, when you're going to be that vague and you're going to mix the word treasure and treasure chest together, you're just mixing words together. Is it a treasure? What is it a treasure chest? Which is it? You know? I mean, I can mix these words and people can look at them and go, well, he's talking about the chest. Well, how do you know he's talking about the chest? Yeah, exactly, Bill. He had lots of treasures. Which one? You're right. You're absolutely right. What was he talking about? A lot of times when Forrest would talk about the treasure chest, he wouldn't say treasure chest. He would say treasure because he knows. And even if you read the poem, it says, "As I have born alone in him with my treasures, bold." It's plural. It says treasures. It's plural. So what does he mean by that? You know, and with my treasures bold. Something funny to think about is if Jack actually found that treasure chest, then didn't why didn't Jack sell that story to People magazine? Why didn't Jack sell that story uh, to any number of news outlets that would have purchased it? You know, what that tells you is that Jack, he's under a gag order. He had an agreement with the family that he would only do certain, he can only fulfill his end of the agreement. He's not going to do anything outside of his agreement. So, so if you look at this is not some organic, uh, find. He didn't just find this treasure chest. Okay, if he had really just found a treasure chest like a real treasure searcher would, it would have completely everything would be totally different than it is right now. This is all controlled. It's completely controlled. It's complete. Um, yeah, it's just he's just a strong man. He's a legal shield for the family. His name is not Jack. His name is Jonathan Jack Stiff. Jonathan. Jack Stiv. John Stiv. I call him Jack Stuff. Jack Stuff. Because it kind of puts it in context. If you say Jack Stuff, you're saying something, you're saying, Jack Stuff is like saying shit stuff. It's like saying this guy doesn't know Jack shit. Jack means shit, and stuff means stuff. Shit stuff. So everything written about Jack is basically made up material. Jack stuff is like saying shit material, made up manufactured material. Jack stuff. Plus, it's Jack Stidge. It's not Stiv. It's Jack Stidge. Trump and Treasure Trust are two separate identities. His name is not Jack, go figure. Trump and Treasure Trust are two separate identities. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, you could say that a trove of stuff is like a trove of documents or, you know, um, I mean, even Forrest himself said, look up the definition of trove in the dictionary versus, something else. He's basically trying to tell you that it's not the treasure chest. Maybe Dolly B says maybe Forrest Fenn's secret treasure had been discovered years ahead of time, and the finder is under a voluntary non-disclosure agreement because the phone tells him to never tell. Maybe Forrest Fenn's the maybe. I mean maybe. But maybe Forrest Fenn was up to nefarious things. I mean, how do you know it wasn't up to something nefarious? I mean, if you think about it, Forrest was constantly talking about, just because they're not after you, he said something like, something about being paranoid. And he said, something along the lines of, just because I don't know, something about somebody coming after you and being paranoid. Oh, he's made a lot of weird sort of statements like, if I took you to the treasure chest, then I'd have to kill you. Um, what else has he said? Um, charlatans propagate the thrill of the chase. Oh, I hope nobody ever finds out who I am. Uh, so, he- with all of those statements about himself, why would anyone believe that he actually hid a real treasure chest in the Rocky Mountains that you could find? Why would you believe that? Given the fact that he said all those things, charlatans propagate the thrill to chase. Um, I hope nobody ever finds out who I am. I hope nobody ever finds out who the real Forrest Fenn is. Uh, so that's where we're at right now. We're at the point where everybody's seen the whole Jack thing and they're like, this is fake. So maybe what we're actually seeing is the real Forrest Fenn. Maybe we're starting to see the real Forrest Fenn. Now that we know that Jack is fake, this is the real Forrest Fenn. This is what he wasn't telling you from the beginning. So what is the real story here? What's going on? What is this all about? If he fed you a fake story, what was he trying to get you? What is this story that he wanted to tell? So, yeah. Well, I've been live here, let's see, for an hour and 44 minutes now. Um, I think we had up to 30 people in the room, 31 people. Before I said the story is significant, obviously. Um, I don't know where you said that. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could point that out. Where did he say that the story was significant? Maybe you could point that out to me. I mean, he said that there's something that no one had got that was significant. I mean, I think he was talking to Doug one time, and Doug said something about significant, but I don't remember where Forrest Fenn said the story was significant. Doug was all over time by Chase Incorporated if I do 15 more minutes. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, I I just have to understand what this epic thing is that they're talking about. Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. He said it's significant to the story. There's one. I think he said there's one thing the searchers are not getting or something like that. He said that's significant to the story. Yeah, yeah. I do recall that he was. That was the Capo interview. I think that was done on November 4th of 2019, where he said that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He said, but I'm leaving that to the finder. Yeah, but first of all, Jack, if you want to talk about Jack and Yellowstone, Jack actually said he quit searching at my mile hole. I mean, the emails were very clear to Forrest that he stopped searching at 9 Mile Hole. That's what he said. He said, I've done a lot of the chase. I've stopped searching at 9 Mile Hole. So there's no whales at 9 Mile Hole. He said he quit searching at 9 Mile Hole. You know, he stopped searching there. Is Chase Incorporated real? Okay, so there's a little dirty little secret, guys. And I think most of you guys already know this. If you open the Thrill of the Chase, you're going to see the words Lost Land and Cattle Company. One Horse Land and Cattle Company. Look up company in the dictionary. A company is a group of people. So I'm going to tell you right now, the Forrest Fenn's treasure chase was a lie from the beginning. But many people knew what was going on from the beginning here. It was Land and Cattle Company. Read it. It's right there in the beginning of the book. And okay, so there's an interview, and you've got Doug Preston on one side. It's I think it was at Collected Works Bookstore. You have Doug Preston on one side, you have Michael McGarity on the other side. Okay, and and Forrest is talking about his treasure chest, and Michael McGarity says, Michael McGarity says, tell us about your book, Forrest. I understand your book was ghostwritten, he says. That's what Michael McGarity says. And then I went and found a news article in which a newspaper reporter talked to Michael McGarity. And Michael McGarity, trust me, Michael McGarity and Doug Preston know exactly what happened here. These guys are in the know. They know exactly what happened here. And Michael McGarity said, I do not believe that Forrest hit that treasure chest. Michael McGarity said that. Now, you know what he said? He said, I believe that Forrest Fenn believed something. That's a direct quote from Michael McGarity. I believe that Forrest Fenn believed something. That's what he says. Did he have the treasure chest? No. He says, I believe that Forrest Fenn buried something, is what he says. I mean, that's coming from a guy that is his buddy. That's known as he's known Forrest for years, Michael McGarrett is. And in fact, in the beginning of the Thrill of the Chase, Forrest Fenn talks about the sheriff that would hang him with a new rope. That sheriff is Michael McGarrett. Michael McGarrett used to be I think he was a chief. He was like a police chief, or he was a sheriff. He was a sheriff ranger or something. And so Forrest has known this guy for years, and Forrest has won stuff about him for years. Forrest had Preston had an interesting conversation about D.B. Cooper. Yeah, well, that whole D.B. Cooper thing. I don't believe for a minute that Skippy is D.B. Cooper. I mean, he can't. He couldn't possibly be D.B. Cooper. Skippy couldn't possibly be D.B. Cooper. Why do I believe that Forrest and wrote the book? The book about D.B. Cooper? Yeah, absolutely I do. Absolutely, that is an early treasure hunt that Forrest Fenn did. That's an early version of the Thrill of the Chase. Absolutely. Yeah, because the trail was only wide enough for one horse to pass, one horse land and California. Yeah, I mean, what that's a surface level meaning. That's great. One horse land. I mean, one horse land basically means that you could only fit one horse on that land. So what would land be that one horse would be on? An acre, a half acre, maybe an acre. So Forrest is pointing you toward an acre of land, one horse land. Okay? Wow, there's a deeper meaning here. One horse land and cattle company. He's telling you there's more to this treasure hunt than meets the eye. It's more of this treasure hunt than meets the eye. Forrest, Bill Moorman says Forrest treasured the bullet and he buried it in his skull. He's killing me. Well, Bill, let me just tell you something. Uh, what canopy is on a jet, it's on an aircraft. And if you're gonna, let's say you're gonna drive down the road in your convertible car and you take off the roof, you've removed the canopy. You could be driving down the road in a car without a canopy on it. You got no roof on it. Yeah, but here the thing is, guys, what we need to understand is listening to K-Pro's show is just a waste of your time. All he's going to do is feed you nonsense about Jack. Jack did this, and Justin Posey did this, and it's all just coming from their echo chamber. It's all fake. It's totally fake. If you look at this whole thing, about how Jack was going to sell the chest to an LLC, and it was, was feeding this information all along. Hacker Jack. It was Hacker Jack to Ben Apple, and you're sitting there watching this going, well, it's obvious that Hacker Jack has a connection to the LLC. And if you found out the reality of it, Hacker Jack is probably part of that LLC. So let me ask yourself this question. What vested interest in this does Taco Jack have? What level is his interest here? You know, What is his interest? Yeah, because the trail, okay, what does he say? Hat Creek Cattle Company and the Livery Emporium, aka Lonesome Dove. Only the trail was wide enough for one horse to pass. And yeah, the one horse landed cattle was very real. Yeah, I mean, one horse land means it's only enough land for one horse. It's 1 acre. One horse land and cattle company. It's a small area of land. It's not enough to support more than one horse. It had old plow with no towel. Kennedy was in a Lincoln with no top. You're right, Bill. Kennedy was driving in a Lincoln with no top. They removed the canopy on Kennedy's car. You're absolutely right. And the treasure was found under a canopy of stars. Well, who was the canopy? Who was the canopy of stars? Five Leaf Blaze. Packer is the guy who bought the chest for the people it was gifted to. Packer is the guy who bought the chest from the people it was gifted to. You know, Five Leaf Blaze, I'm going to actually go further. I believe that Packer Jack and Jack Stoof are I mean, I honestly think that maybe Packer Jack may have fronted some of the money for that. I mean, if you look at Packer Jack, yeah, let's go backwards on Packer Jack's name. The Jacker Pack. The Jacker Pack. The Jacker Pack is a pack of people who are intent on stealing. A group of people that were going to pack something or steal. A pack is a group of people. And when you talk about a pack, you're talking about a wolf pack. Okay? A group of people that's in a pack together. And I would say Papa Jack is one of them. And one of the other guys is Rudy Green. Rudy Green was very instrumental in promoting this line that's Jack Stiff. Rudy Green is one of the #1 people here. It's Packer Jack, Rudy Green. These are the top people right here that were instrumental in promoting this line of Jack Stiff. Rudy Green was so intent on proving that Jack Stiff found that treasure chest. Okay, Rudy Green went to the. I mean, it was really all the way, and then Packer Jack was be operating behind the scenes to promote it. So if you want to tell, if you want to say who was behind Jack Stiff, and who was actually behind Jack Stiff, you would have to say Packer Jack. Packer Jack. And if you look at his name, Packer, I mean, Packer means rubbish. He chose his name for a reason. Packer is rubbish, okay? So, like a trash kind of packer or something that packs rubbish in. You know, that's he's saying rubbish jack. It's all bullshit. Yeah, I mean, his name is basically rubbish jack. This is all made up. Packer Jack knows it's all made up. He's just fighting around here. Um, they'll do is they have found in a creek. Eric Sloan made 2 trips to Taos. Lincoln hat next to Forrest desk. Yeah, he did have a Lincoln hat next to his desk. And Lincoln was shot. Who shot Lincoln? Who shot Lincoln? I'm trying to think. Wasn't it John Wilkes Booth that shot Lincoln? I think Forrest mentions that in his book too. Very early in the chase, Forrest talked about weeds in his garden. What's going on in his weed in the garden? I don't know who the weeds would be. I guess that depends on the perspective. Gilmore, Hemingway, Sitting Bull, JFK, RFK, the bullet were all shot. Yeah, I mean, Bill, I mean, it's obvious to me that Forrest is hinting to some things here, you know. Oh, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you saw April's videos about Forrest Fenn and you watch those videos, Forrest, you know, Dale and Dalmatine's always in there asking Forrest about, you know, Forrest, what did you have to do with the CIA, Forrest? And Forrest said something like, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that, Dale. Oh, and so the question you have to ask yourself is this. Did what connection did Forrest Fenn have with the CIA? Is it a was it a real connection? Was it substantive? Did it have to do with something he did in Vietnam? Um, I mean, he flew 328 combat missions, and then, you know, he did take trips to Russia, and then he mentions at one trip he mentions the KGB pulling a car over. They pulled his car over, and he says they got the wrong guy. Is he alluding to the fact that the KGB was looking for him? You gotta ask yourself, is Flash saying the KGB was looking for him for some reason? And then at another point, he says that he was in a cultural exchange program with Madame Petrova. And at one point, he says an FBI guy entered his gallery, and he said, "What if some crazy guy comes in here with a knife and cuts your Lenin painting from one side to the other?" What if there's somebody that comes in here that doesn't like Russia or whatever and cuts your Lenin painting up? Um, so it's interesting. I mean, how much of this is real and how much of this is just Forrest Fan trying to get you caught up in the intrigue of his story? Like maybe he's just trying to make you I'm intrigued with the fact that maybe he was at CIA, maybe he was running, secret missions into the Soviet Union during the Cold War. He's obviously playing that card. Let's see here. Forrest dodged a lot of bullets. He made sure the last one counted. Oh, Woody Ball, go fish. I don't trust you for nothing. I don't know what you're talking about, Woody. Um, I mean, we know, Bill, that Forrest had a hat, and he called that hat mildew. And we know that the hat had a hole in it. And Forrest Fenn said that hat exploded from the inside out. So, what do you think Forrest Fenn means when he says the hat itself exploded from the inside out? What was he talking about? We said the hat exploded from the inside out. And the other thing he said was, I will never wear that hat. In other words, what Forrest is seeming to say there is whatever that hat is, it's not going to be associated with me. That will never be associated with me, is what he's trying to tell you. Yeah, he did book the Harold at the 2017 February. He was seen in the house. There's photographs of him wearing that. What that tells you is that someone had uncovered his secret as early as 2017. He knew that he was being forced to wear. He He was being forced to wear something he didn't want to. Well, I saw the pictures, Bill. He did wear that hat. He did. He absolutely did. Yeah, he wore the hat. Well, guys, I'm at 2 hours here. I just wanted to go live because I wanted to I want to talk about this whole Shiloh thing and Epic. I don't see anything happening. I mean, come on. What is Epic here? Is he going to be Ramblings and Rumblings 2.0? Shiloh's book? That's not Epic to me. There's nothing Epic in there. Shiloh will on Netflix without Jack Steve. No, that's not Epic to me. Yeah, he had to get the help from the car, Bill, because the reason he got that out from the car is because he knew someone had solved his fault. And that's why he said, I will never wear that hat. But what the question you have to ask yourself is, what does that hat represent? What is that hat that he's ever going to wear? In other words, he's saying, I'm never going to be associated with that thing. Whatever that thing is, I will be associated with it. Now, is that the bigger story that Forrest has to tell? Is that what this is? I mean, for all I know, I mean, Forrest is alluding to the fact that he's ex-CIA. If Forrest is ex-CIA, well, and like I said, I think it's blown out of proportion. I think he's just trying to get attention by saying that Forrest Fenn is a snoozer. He wants attention. So if he tells me that CIA and he's not a story to tell, there's a bigger story here, well, I just think he's just trying to promote himself. He wants you to believe that he has all this information, he has a trove of information, that CIA. There's all these people hanging around thinking, oh, Flores has this, Flores has that. Well, there's not really any proof of it. And how are you going to figure it out? And, is it going to come out from his grandson? Is it, you know, maybe here's a time capsule that's going to be released at a specific point in time, you know? I can read for his mind. Woody Ball. Yeah, I have Forrest on the ropes, man. I have Forrest on the ropes, Woody. Forrest couldn't handle me. He was shitting bricks. He was shitting bricks when I would talk. Yeah, he did have a private eye, didn't he, Bill? He had someone following him around. It's just like me, Bill. I have to have a private eye, too. I have to have a private eye that follows me. I have to have somebody who follows me all the time. Photographs, watches me, and everything. And let me tell you why. Because there's a club out there, and this club is very dangerous. They follow everything Forrest Fenn says. When you got a cult following you around, and you're a dissenter, when you dissent with the cult, that club, all that club wants to do is bomb you, and the club won't leave you alone. And the reason, and that's why you have to have a private eye. And imagine the Forrest Fenn, you don't get a private eye following him around because you have so many crazy people. There were a lot of crazy people all Forrest Fenn around. But part of this stuff was Forrest himself. Forrest did Forrest did a lot of this stuff himself. A lot of the events and stuff were staged. They were not, it wasn't real. It wasn't real. These were not real events. I mean, uh, classic example is that, what's that guy's name? Robert Miller on Pennsylvania. Robert Miller. That was faker to the $3 bill. That whole event was faker to the $3 bill. Robert Miller says he broke through for a gate and Forrest Fenn's gate on the side. He picked up an axe and then he breaks down the door to his guest house and he steals a box of sheets. He steals a box of sheets and they've got a drone flying overhead while it's ongoing. And then Forrest doesn't even press charges against the guy. And the guy is still emailing him after the event. I mean, come on. You, you, you believe that that wasn't a staged event? There was a drone flying over while the whole thing was going on. The thing was faker than a $3 bill. And then the guy, right at the guy on the show, the guy said the Forrest told him there was no treasure chest and don't go look for it. You know, don't, do not go look for this thing. It's not even real. Uh, the question, Newman, is this. What is Shiloh actually doing? Is there anything going on here? Um, that is a question. The only way it's epic is if Solver works with Shiloh. It really does have international appeal. The world needs to hear this story. It fits directly into our contemporary times. You all have a great evening. May all your fires be golden. Yeah, have a good evening. Peace out. Have a good evening, man. I hope the story comes out for us. Did say, don't tell anyone. Well, then why, Shiloh has ample opportunity to release that story. Dobby. I mean, he wanted us to be released the story. Shiloh is not working with the solver. Yeah. Well, what is Shiloh doing? I mean, you have Shiloh secretly texting Candy and Bam. I mean, what is that? That doesn't amount to anything. You know, question is, Shiloh going to come out and admit that there was a second Omega and there was a real solver? Is he actually going to do that, or is he going to just hide behind the scenes and, you know, you know, do an interview for Netflix, and that's about it? I don't see him doing much more than that. So, anyhow, guys, uh, peace out. It's been 2 hours and 13 minutes. Like I said, I just wanted to go live. Been hearing a lot about Shiloh at Epic, and they're talking about something epic happening here before the end of the year. I don't buy it. I'm not believing it. Shiloh's had ample opportunity, and Zoe has had ample opportunity to admit who the solver is. They've chosen to abscond. They've chosen to hide. And I don't think they're going to come forward and say who the solver is. And we'll see where things go from here. I honestly don't see anything different happening here. So, yeah. Well, how do you know, Dolly, that Shiloh, who's to say that Shiloh has all the answers? How do you know that Shiloh has all the answers? I mean, maybe there's people that have these answers, and the answers are all locked up, and Shiloh doesn't even have access to it. You know, in other words, Shiloh is just a part of this thing. He's not the main. He's not. He's on the crux of the biscuit. He doesn't have access to everything. So, I mean, if you're going to say that Forrest has something that nobody knows about, I mean, let's just say the child even know even has access to it. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, it's possible that Forrest told Shiloh who this older was, and Shiloh has that information. The question though becomes, why hasn't Shiloh tried to contact the solver, and why hasn't Shiloh floated any kind of balloon saying, "Well, who is this person?" He's never asked to meet with the solver. He's only ever said Jack is the finder. Okay, and we know that Jack isn't the finder, and we have Shiloh coming out with all kinds of stuff. Okay, here's a classic example. In May of 2021, this is recorded. I have it recorded. Somebody sent K-Pro pictures of Forrest Fenn's dog, Willie. Okay. And this person identified themselves as Shiloh. They were in the chat room, identifying themselves as Shiloh. And this person said, "No conspiracy, in my opinion. Ha ha." Now, just think about this. Shiloh is saying that there is no conspiracy in his opinion. Ha ha. I mean, doesn't that sound like a joke to you? I mean, he's all but admitting there was a conspiracy by saying that. If I mean, Shiloh is out saying this himself. You know, no conspiracy in my opinion. Ha ha. And then they have this flying competition. Remember those flies the Forrest time? And then Shiloh wanted to know. And he used them on suckers and whoppers. A rapper is a giant lie. And a sucker is somebody who's extremely valuable to buy into that lie. He had a lot on his plate. Shiloh, possible, that's all I'm saying. They have to make sure nobody sues the solver. Maybe Forrest told Shiloh when to make contact with the solver. Forrest named his dog after me and named Jack after my dog. I answered for the dog in the New Yorker documentary. You know, the old Jack Steve said that his name was Bill. Okay. He said that his nickname, Jack said that Forrest Fenn nicknamed him Bill. Okay. And the reason that Forrest Fenn nicknamed Jack Bill, and let me tell you why that is. Because a bill is money. It's bucks. It's money. Okay. And that's the reason that Forrest called Jack Bill, because Jack was bought and paid for. It's a production. If you go read the scrapbook about Busy Dean, in that scrapbook he talks about buying Jack's beer for $2.50, for $2.50 for money. He bought Jack's beer for money. What is money? Money is bill. $1 bill. So Jack represents money. Jack was paid for. And he even says in one of the scrapbooks, you know, he talks about a magazine and he talks about Bill coming to Santa Fe. And who do you think that Bill was that came to Santa Fe that he's talking about? It's Jack. He said Jack's name is Bill. So if Jack's nickname was Bill and he comes to Santa Fe in one of the scrapbooks, it's like 2019, this thing was well pre-planned. It's all through the scrapbooks. Oh, why would Shiloh talk too bad, especially after he kind of threatened him if he didn't contact him about the flies and was it passed. Lily, uh, Ben Apple, and Kyle, Ben Apple and that whole group, they're actors, okay? Actors do all kinds of stuff. If you're an actor, whatever your script is that they give you, you have that script out. So of course he's gonna be calling Shiloh. He's an actor. Newman said, well, the family will come out smelling like roses if they would just work with the salt. They won't. Newman, they won't. They had ample opportunity. They were told 1,000 times to work with the solver. They have chosen to go on their own road. They are going to go down their own road. Shiloh's going to go down his own road. He doesn't work with anybody. The family has never admitted anything. You're right. They should have worked with the solver. I have 2 million confirmations. Ain't it funny? There are 2 million excuses to deny it. What do you buy? I think lots of people need to go search for other treasures for a few years, and I think chain of thought would change quite a bit. Bill, Bill, that's pretty funny. Bill, put he's an actor. They're actors. They're all the actors. It's just it, nothing to say in the thrill of the chase that Forrest Fenn said he wanted, or too far to walk. Forrest Fenn said he wanted to be a movie star. Forrest said he wanted to be a movie star. These are movies. These are movie actors. Yeah, that's truly a voice of reason. Shiloh is trying to protect the estate, and he's in a no-win situation. Shiloh's, and he's got to protect the estate, but then he's also got to advance the story, and he can't. I mean, it's like, okay, you could either choose the son or you could choose Jack to protect the estate. That's basically where he's at. And then now, I mean, I don't know who he's been talking to, but it's obvious that if you watch that show, uh, it was a podcast. I think it was called X Marks the Spot. Now, it came out that Shiloh Old was working with the guys that did X Marks the Spot. He was talking to the main guy, Shiloh Old was. And another person was talking to the guy that podcast X Marks the Spot, Doug Prescott. That proves that this treasure hunt is not all what you think, and there's still time to do productions involving it. Why would these guys need to do productions in a treasure hunt when Jack already found the chest? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I think honestly, and I've said this before, I think Shiloh has ambitions. And he wants to be the Indiana Jones. He wants to be, he wants to be, I mean, maybe he's got Hollywood ambitions, you know? He wants to be Indiana Jones here. He wants to be, but here's the thing, he's already said Jack was the finder. How does he get out of that? Most of these people believe that the family wasn't left with any of Forrest and Peggy's estate and money. Well, who else would it go to? I agree. I think the estate was willed to the family. It's clear to me that the family got everything. I mean, you, okay, somebody Forrest's house was up for sale. I think it was listed by Sotheby's. And the price for the home was almost I think it was $4.5 million for his house. Well, who is selling Forrest Fenn's house? Who's putting his house up for sale for that Sotheby's? And you've got Shiloh sitting in the house himself taking pictures. Okay, so if this estate doesn't belong to Zoe, which we know it was all signed over to Zoe. It was Zoe that gifted the treasure chest to Jack Stoof after Forrest Fenn died. So now it's obvious. So everything went to the family. Well, when the Fed mansion eventually sells for $5 million or whatever, does anyone think that money will go to a local animal shelter? No, obviously will not. It will go right to the family, you know. Um, honestly, uh, you know, Zellwald was the estate executor because they knew a third party professional would uncover the front. Exactly. She was the executor of the estate. And if you look at Carl Summers' affidavit, Carl Summers has an affidavit. I have a copy of that affidavit. I have a copy of Zoe's affidavit. I have a copy of Shiloh's affidavit. It's or no, actually Shiloh didn't have an affidavit. Jack had an affidavit. Okay, so what what Carl Summers is trying to say is that Forrest gifted the treasure chest to Jack Stoof in the lawyer's office. He personally was an eyewitness to Forrest gifting that treasure chest to Jack Stoof. That's a lie. That's a lie. Carl Summers is a liar. He's lying to you. Forrest never gifted that treasure chest to Jack Stoof. He's a liar. Carl Summers is a liar. He is a lawyer. When you say lawyer, say liar. Lawyer, liar. Lawyer, liar. Lawyer, liar. He's lying. Okay, so Jack sat on one side of the table, Forrest on the other. They took photographs, okay, in the lawyer's office. We all know that Jack sent Forrest an email that says, if you would like to gift me this treasure chest, a gift receipt. I think he said something like a gift receipt could be drawn up. Well, guess what? Forrest never gave Jack a gift receipt. Forrest never signed his name on anything. Well, Carl is saying that he witnessed Forrest Fenn gifting the treasure chest to Jack. Well, then, okay, if that's true, Carl, you and I are dumb. You're an intelligent lawyer. I mean, this is at the stone age. Okay, then why didn't Forrest Fenn sign his name on anything? Why isn't there a picture of Forrest signing his name with Jack signing his name? Well, honestly, Forrest never gifted that treasure chest to Jack. All he did was sit in the lawyer's office for photographs, and then September 7th rolls around. I'm out of here. He commits suicide, and then Sally's left holding the bag. She's holding the bag, and she doesn't know what to do. She's like, oh shit, my dad's out of here. I guarantee you he didn't download when he was exiting stage left. Okay? And Sally stopped. She's sitting there going, what do I do? What do I do? So her and Carl could pop the story and say that Forrest gifted this chest to Jack. Well, he never did. He never gifted it to him. It's all a bunch of clouds, a pile of shit. If he really had gifted that chest to Jack, where is Forrest Fenn's signature on anything? It's not true. What happened was Forrest died, and then after Forrest Fenn passed away, Zoe inventoried that treasure chest, and she is the one that got a gift tax receipt or whatever she did and gave it to Jack. She's the one that did it. And in fact, it's even worse than that. Jack is like their prostitute. He's like their hoe. He's like the vassal. Jack is like a male prostitute. Here's the crazy thing. Jack basically is doing everything they're telling him. Okay. You know, Zilla saying she gifted it to him, and then Jack is going, okay, now what do I do? Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up the LLC, and then we're gonna sell it all piece by piece at Hillington Auctions in Dallas. because that's what was already prescribed for you to do that. That's what the script called for. It was on the script, and John was just following the script. And they probably paid him something to do it, but it's all over the script. Uh, and no, I don't think it left their possession. The chest never really left the fence possession that entire time. But no, it didn't. Because Zoe had access to it. She inventoried it. She says it right in her affidavit. Yeah, Jack was never sworn in. It was all a joke. Oh, that's another thing there. That McCracken lawsuit, McCracken is a fake too. He's a fraud. He's a fucking fraud, McCracken is. You know, like, some people are so stupid. They can't see a fraud when a fraud happens. Okay, McCracken is faker than a $3 bill. Okay, nobody would allow stuff into evidence without challenging it like McCracken did. There's nobody would do that. The reason that McCracken was used is McCracken was used to leak the photos of 9 Mile Hole and leak the chess photos and blah, blah, blah. And McCracken plays the role of this antagonist. You know what, little one? The best way to lead the opposition is to control it. The best way to lead the opposition is to control it. And McCracken was leading the opposition by controlling it. McCracken played the crazy man. Okay? Okay, how does McCracken know how to file all this stuff in court? He's a genius. He's a wizard. He can just file everything. But then he fucking files upon in court. How did he was paid to let the family off? You know that these rich people play games like that? You literally pay the guy, you pay these people to let him off. The guy was paid. I'm not saying the family paid him. I'm just saying somebody with money got McCracken up to this whole thing. And basically, McCracken does this whole stuff in court. And then they let the family off and they leaked that it was at 9 Mile. And it's all just a stupid sham. I don't think there's been one sham after another. The chest never left the fence possession that entire time, did it? No, it did not. Oh, Jack was never sworn in. No, Jack was never sworn in. The family pushed for Forrest in it. Forrest resisted. They said they'd say it was a fraud when he got it. So Forrest finally gave in, and there's Jackson. That's exactly right. And here's the thing: Shiloh was involved in it. And here's another thing. I believe that maybe Forrest called Shiloh. You don't want Shiloh. You want to have this thing. You're gonna go move the chastable for the 9 Mile. You're gonna set this whole thing up for Jack to find it. And then you know what? If you do anything well, if you don't do everything right, you're not gonna be part of the inheritance. You see how that works? So what you do is your grandson and his mother, Zelly, are basically telling you to end this thing. Okay? And so what you do is you bring him in. You know, you bring him into the fold. We know he was part of it because parts of the medium article were supposed to go to Shiloh. They went to pay him. They were supposed to go to Shiloh. You know, I think Forrest intentionally did that. He did that on purpose. Okay. So, um, I'm not mad at way to get Shiloh to do what he wanted to. Then hold the inheritance over his head and say, well, you don't do this, and this, Shiloh, you're not getting part of this inheritance. Yeah, you got a voice of reason. You got a point. How was Zoe inventory when she stated in court documents that the estate had nothing to do with the chest? You're lying. It's not possible. And Jack said that he had the chest in his own vault. The chest was in his vault. So if the chest was in his vault, how the hell could Zoe be inventory? She can't. Jack is a 7-year-old stud mini Australian Shepherd. Yeah, that's right. Jack is your dog, Bill. No fraud, solely protecting us all. Yeah, it's 3.5 years later, and they're stalling for time. Yeah, and we haven't gotten a single thing on the child yet. Not a single thing. You know, all he's doing is hiding behind people. If you notice something, Shiloh releases things through Cynthia. He releases things through maybe he used to release it through K-Pro. Then he's releasing a few things through Candy. And then now it's like Ben will say, "Oh, I'm texting Shiloh." There's never anything direct here. There's no direct answers. Like where's anything for Shiloh? I haven't seen anything concrete. Nothing concrete. Nothing concrete. But uh Jack Stoof, from what I understand, and I've heard this firsthand, Jack Stoof and Forrest Fenn entered the Nigger Matucci Gallery in Santa Fe. Forrest brought Jack into the gallery, and they're all employees in there. There is a woman in there that can attest to that. There's a woman in there that says that Jack came into the gallery with Forrest. Um, so obviously Jack was in Santa Fe. Obviously Jack was their pro. Obviously it was a way for the family to end this thing, and they thought that you know that this would all maybe go, end with Jack. But the problem is Forrest had prior commitments to other people, and you can't just end something when you have prior commitments to other people. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, we done a whole long time ago, and they can't get out of it. You're right. They can't extract themselves from a hole. How deep is the hole? Well, let me tell you how deep that hole is. Shiloh says he's 1 million in the hole. You know what he's actually saying? He's saying that he put out $1 million on Jack's tooth. So he's 1 million in the hole on Jack's tooth, is what he's trying to tell you. Yeah, literally, I want to see Shiloh. I mean, I want to see Shiloh come on to YouTube. On any one of the channels, I don't care which one. He can be Gabriel. I don't care what channel he comes on. I want to see Shiloh come on his own, on his own, and give answers and talk to people. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. You're not going to see any of that stuff. Okay, the question is, are you going to see some carefully choreographed scripted event on Netflix? Yes, I believe that's possible. Will Jack still be on a Netflix show? No, you're never going to see Jack on Netflix. And so the question is, why would Shiloh have to come give answers for Jack still? That's the craziest thing. Jack's the one that found it. Why is Shiloh like the spokesperson for Jack still? I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people, 7 people died, you know? 7 people died here, and it's like, I mean, you're gonna say, okay, so 7 people died, Jack. If Jack's not real, 7 people died. Um, you know, well, and people could say, well, You never hear the people never had to go searching for this chest. You know, most of us that got involved, we saw a treasure chest of gold, and you know, we were told a story, so we went searching for that chest in the Rocky Mountains. And I have people saying, "Well, you didn't have to go search for it." Well, that's true. Yeah, nobody had to go search for it, but you can't lie to the public and just tell them, hey, there's a chest of gold out here, and you can go find it with my clothes, and it's not actually out there. And how does that work if you advertise something and then it turns out to be isn't that all what you advertised? Oh yeah, I agree with you on the Arkansas River one. You know, I mean, I don't. The guy bought a raft, some kind of an inflatable raft at Walmart, and then he gets on that raft on a. I don't know if it's a class three rapids. I mean, these are whitewater rapids he gets on, and then his buddies see him disappear down the river. I think they saw the raft flip over, and nobody reported it. So I mean, it's just extremely tragic, you know. Um, I don't understand anybody being that reckless with their own life. I mean, granted, these people are really stupid. Some of the things they did was just unbelievably stupid. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, voice of reason. I don't. The family has done nothing. They've given us nothing. I'm quite frankly, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of him hearing of this and there, and this and that, and everything else. They've done nothing but, I mean, to me, they've shit on the solver. The solver's got nothing from any of them. They don't give a shit about the solver. You know, all they want to do is play around the edges and manipulate things. They've not given any answers. They couldn't care less about the community. It's all about them, and that's all the way it is. You know? I honestly I feel like they had Forrest and they put him in a corner and he had no choice. He had to follow, he had to do what they told him to. Well, I agree with what he did, freedom of choice, if you know, it is freedom of choice. But let me ask you something, Woody. If I take peanut butter, if I take peanut butter and I market that peanut butter on aisle three of the grocery store, okay? And I tell you it's peanut butter and I mix strychnine with the peanut butter. Okay. And you go buy the peanut butter and you keep the peanut butter die. Who's responsible for it? Am I responsible for it? You're responsible for buying it. You bought that peanut butter. You're responsible. You bought it. Well, I had nothing to say, well, wait a minute. You put straight line in it and that killed me. Well, did it for us do the same damn thing? We bought into his chase. We bought into his lie. Isn't it the same thing as me marketing peanut butter with strychnine on aisle three? You went and bought into the story, and then you ended up dying as a result of it. And it turned out the story was a fucking lie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, voice of reason's nailing it. Yeah, they don't really care. I don't think they're connected too much. I mean, I mean, if you look at Shiloh, he's got, you know, he's part of that and all. He's got, they have a very successful business, him and his dad does, you know, that David Old and oh, I think it's called Old Wood LLC. They repurpose old wood from forests and stuff, and they sell it to Starbucks and Starbucks. They sell that wood to Starbucks. It would be absolutely insane if Forrest did nothing of an encryption to the bomb, stiffed everyone in a cipher FX him over, but no, I think he put this all together. George Lucas project. Dobby, on one hand, I agree with you. On the other hand, I mean, it's okay. Yes, he did say be safe. He said, don't do anything that an 80-year-old or 79 or 80-year-old man would do or could do. And I get that. But at the same time, his poem says, no place for the meek, brave it in the Lord. It's this cryptic poem that all these people are chasing. You know, they're chasing this cryptic poem, buddy. You know, and then at the same time, he's saying, don't do anything an 79-year-old or 80-year-old couldn't do. So it's a paradox. I don't. I haven't spent time with the family, but I've watched. You know, I've watched, and I can see what the family's done. This is all about them. It's all about a production. They don't care. It never was about you or a treasure hunt or anything. It's always got to be about a production. And if you don't want to go along with their script, then fuck you. You're out. That's basically what this boils down to. And it's always been that way. And all they want to do is leak things through K-Pro and then Apple and all this other shit. It's all just a shit show. Yeah, I don't see any answers coming. And you're not gonna give me answers. Yeah. Yeah. Forrest cared more about his treasure hunt than how he was remembered. The whole family couldn't wait to get rid of it all when he died. That's true. They had that they had the Hinman auction. Well, that's another thing that really pissed me off. Not only were we told there was a treasure chest, oh, 11th century box, and then you have Justin Posey showing us this box that was made in France. Well, if you look at that Hinman auction that took place, the Hinman auction, they sold the Sitting Bull Space 5. You know how much a Sitting Bull Space 5 sold for an auction? Well, a little, was it 100,000? Did they even get 100,000 for it? I think it was 100,000. For us said it was worth $1 million. He showed it to everybody. He showed it to everybody. He would take it out of his vault. He said it's worth $1 million. $1 million. Okay. And now they sell it for $100,000. Well, if that was Sitting Bull Space 5, why would you sell it for $100,000 if that was real as Sitting Bull Space 5? Okay. It's the same thing with the treasure hunt. Him not good at this treasure hunt is one thing he wasn't. Not associating Bull Space 5 for $100,000. I mean, come on. Well, what else is there that we can't believe in? Yeah, I mean, they can't keep the box of Boy and Woody, but you know what? They should at least They should have at least reached out to the search community. They should have at least engaged the community. There was nothing but a fake media production with Jack, and that was it. Everybody was just caught on. It was basically like giving everybody the middle finger. And it was basically protect the estate's assets at all costs. And that's the way it is. Well, that's because they're all fake. They're all these channels are all fake. Kid those channels fake. I can't even stand listening to her. I watched I can only watch a couple minutes of the show and I can't stand it anymore. She refuses to present truth. She will not present the truth about Jack. I know certain things about Jack that I've shown on my channel that prove Jack is fake. And he was fake from the beginning. She goes over and says, well, maybe Jack, no, maybe Jack, that is not, no, Jack is a completely invented story, and I can show you. Who took out the press release? Who took out the press release before anybody knew who Jack was? Who did that? She can't explain any of the stuff. And the press release says Jack did not have the treasure. Exactly. They should have just told it right and told us all the nine clues and ended it right. They did not do that. Fraud. Yep, exactly. They did not. They basically set Jack up to be a legal shield. Jack is a foil, he's a legal shield. He's there to protect the estate. Yeah, it's too toxic. Okay, Woody. Well, we'll see when it's over. I have one waiting for Epic. I'm here, folks. I'm waiting. Where's Epic? I'm waiting. I'm here. I'm all years. I'm waiting for Epic. Just like you. I've been waiting for 3 years, 3 years ago, and there's still nothing. Nobody's saying anything. I know that the crickets. There's a few. There's a Netflix show. And that we haven't seen. I mean, maybe that's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, the way this ending played out, it's obvious he was in a joint defense agreement, Jack was, with the estate. I mean, come on. Here's a guy in a joint defense agreement with the estate. The odds of that happening are zero. I mean, that smacks, that smells of someone that was basically in an agreement with the estate prior to this whole thing going down. You know, you don't just get in a joint defense agreement with the estate. I mean, come on. You find the treasure chest, you take the treasure chest and you're wrong. Why would you take the time to get into a joint defense agreement with the estate? Exactly. Why would Zoe be in a joint defense agreement? Yeah, that's right. She wouldn't be in a joint defense agreement. And why, why would Zoe have access to the chest after Forrest had passed away? And Jack said it was in his own vault. They had possession of this thing the whole time. It's a joke. You know? Well, guys, we're looking at 3 hours here. I'm gonna bail. Um, I'm gonna keep my eyes open for applicant answers, but I don't think we're gonna get anything. So I don't think we're gonna get anything. I think we're just gonna get more stories and more nonsense. Yeah, I'm not that going some other time here. I just wanted to talk about this epic ending that we haven't seen yet. So, yeah, we'll see you guys around.